Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Rashmi and today I'm going to show you how to crochet this very pretty cupcake stitch. For this tutorial I will be using DK yarn in 4 different colors. As you can see, one for the base, one for the cupcake, one for the cupcake itself, and one for the icing. Now if you wish to use the same colors, I'll leave the details in the description box below. I'm going to be working this with a 4mm crochet hook. If you are changing the type of yarn that you're using, please be aware to use the right size hook for your project. This cupcake stitch is worked in multiples of 6 plus 4. If you're making this baby blanket for a stroller, I would suggest for you to chain 130, which will give you a blanket size of 30 inches by 35 inches. Now if you're making it into a standard baby size blanket, then you can go ahead and chain 172, which will give you a baby blanket of size 40 inches by 45 inches. Now this will work if you are using the same type of yarn as I have. Otherwise, I'd suggest for you to create a little swatch like I have. I've done this by chaining 40. You can do that first and then measure your project. So the width of your project, mine is 8.5, and according to this, I would need 130 chains for a 30-inch size of the same. And if I wanted to create the same thing for 40 inches, I'm going to need 172. But you can adjust your number of chains according to the size of project that you are creating with your type of yarn that you have chosen. We're going to start off with the base of this cupcake, so I'm going to start with the pink color. Go ahead and work a slip knot using whatever method you like and tighten the loop around your crochet. Now go ahead and work your desired number of chains according to your project. I'm going to chain 22, which is multiple of 6 plus 4. So 18 plus 4 gives you 22. Yarn over, pull through the loop once, yarn over, pull through the loop 2, yarn over, pull through the loop 3. Follow this method and meet me back here after your desired number of chains have been worked. Once you have your desired number of chains, you're going to skip the first chain, which is this one here, and work a single crochet in this chain here. So slip your crochet in there, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your crochet, yarn over, pull through both in one go. And just like this, you're going to have a single crochet in every single one of these stitches till the end. Once we finish working a single crochet in all of these chains, you're going to snip this color off and grab hold of your color for your cupcake case. Going to now pull this through this loop that we had on our crochet, and I'm going to grab hold of these 2 tail ends and pull them down to secure this. I always like to give my tail ends a little knot in place, but you don't have to. I'm going to give this a knot, and now we are going to start the next row. To do this, you're going to chain 2, turn your work around and yarn over your crochet. We're now going to have a double crochet in the same stitch as your chain 2 right here. So stick your crochet in there, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through first 2, yarn over, pull through next 2. That's my first double crochet here. From here I'm going to skip the next 2 stitches, so this one and this one. I'm going to chain 1, and in the third stitch, so 1, 2, miss those, in the third one we're going to have 2 double crochets. Stick your crochet in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through first 2, yarn over, pull through next 2. Let's go back into that same stitch and work another double crochet. Here we go. In the next stitch we're going to have 1 double crochet like this, and in the next stitch after that we're going to have 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Now that's created our cupcake case for 1 cupcake. Just like this, we're going to follow this on and make a cupcake case all around here, but moving from one cupcake case to another, you're going to miss 3 stitches in between. So miss this one, and this one, so 3 stitches, and in the 4th one I'm going to repeat the same. So 2 double crochets, follow on with 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets in the stitch after that. So we should have 5 double crochets together. And we're going to miss the next 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and in here again 2 double crochets, in the same stitch, 1 double crochet in the next, and 2 double crochets in the one after that. You can now pause the video and go ahead and work you all the way to the end of your row. At the end of your row, you're going to skip 2 stitches here. So skip this one and this one. And in the last one here, we're going to yarn over, go into that stitch there and work a double crochet. There we go. Now that completes our row. So I'm going to change my color over to pink color. This is the color for my cupcake. So grab hold of your new color and make that go through your loop that you had on your crochet. And I can go ahead now and snip my old color off. I'm going to grab hold of the tail ends and give them a knot in place. And from here, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work around. And I'm going to have a single crochet in the same stitch as our chain 1. So the very first loop that you can see here, stick your crochet in there, pull up a loop and yarn over, pull through both. So that's my first one done. From here, you're going to go in this gap that is here, stick your crochet in the gap and pull up a loop. And we're going to pull this up so it's the same size as the others and work a single crochet here. Just like this, we're going to have 5 single crochets in a row now. So 1 in each of these stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Once you have your 5 single crochets in a row, you're going to go back into that space here, pull up a loop, make sure that it's nice and stretched so it's the same size as the others, yarn over, pull through both. And from here again, you're going to have 5 single crochets on top and then go ahead and work a single crochet in this gap, 5 single crochets, a single crochet in the gap all the way to the end. Now at the end of this round, I'm working my single crochet in that space and we're going to work a single crochet on top of this stitch here as well. And from here I can go ahead and change the color to white, which is for my icing. I'm going to pull this through this loop that we had on our crochet. I'm going to pull on the tail ends, pull them down, and I like to give them a little knot in place. And from here I'm going to chain 2, that's 1 and 2, and turn my work around. Now in the very first stitch here, I'm going to work a double crochet. So yarn over, go into that top part of that stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through first 2, yarn over, pull through next 2. Now we are going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to give this next stitch a miss. We're not going to do anything in this one. And from here you're going to stitch 5 of these stitches together. So we are going to work a cluster of 5 double crochets. To do this, you're going to yarn over, go miss this stitch, and in the next stitch over, put your crochet in, pull up a loop. We should have 3 loops on our crochet. There we go. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and that's it. We're not going to go through the last 2, so incomplete double crochet. Yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2. I'm going to leave it there just like this. We're going to do the same for 5 stitches. And that's my 3rd one, 4th one, and here's my 5th stitch right here. So once you have done your 5 stitches, so you can count the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we've done them. I'm going to yarn over and pull through all of these loops in one go like this. We're now going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and from here we're going to give this stitch a miss and work 5 double crochets together. So a cluster of 5 double crochets. Let's show you one more time. So from here, yarn over your crochet, skip this stitch, go into the next one, pull up a loop, 3 loops on our crochet, yarn over, pull through the first 2 and leave it as that. Yarn over, go into the top part of the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2. just like this, we're going to go through 5 stitches. And one more time. There we go. We should have 5 stitches, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there should be 6 loops on your crochet altogether. Yarn over and make that go through all of your loops in one go, and chain 5 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to skip the next chain and repeat that one more time for me, but obviously for you, you might have to go quite a few times. So go ahead and work all that and meet me at the end. Once you finish working the icing on your last cupcake, you're going to chain 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yarn over. You're going to skip this stitch and work a double crochet in here to finish this row. And now we can go ahead and snip this color off, and I'm going to grab hold of the new color, which is basically going back to row 1. So we are going to be repeating row 1, row 2, row 3 and 4 all the way over and over again until we get the desired height or the length for our project. So what we're going to do is, from here I'm going to get you started and take you back to this row up here, and then you can carry on. So go ahead and take your new color or the row 1 color and attach it to your work. So I am going to just give the tail ends a little knot, and we are going to chain 1. Turn your work around. From here you're going to have a single crochet in the same stitch as your chain 1, which is the double crochet from my previous round. And in this chain 4 space you're going to work 3 single crochets. So put your crochet in, pull up a loop. That's 1, 2 and 3. In the next chain 5 space I'm going to work 6 single crochets. So within that same space, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here's my 6th one. Give this part a miss. In the next chain 5 space, work some 6 single crochets again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and at the end I should have my chain 4 space. In this chain 4 space I'm going to work 4 single crochets. So go ahead, that's my first one, second, third and my 4th single crochet, and that brings me to the end. Now from here you're going to repeat round 2, 3 and 4 and 5 over and over again. Now going back to the initial blanket measurements, so if you're working on the stroller blanket, which is 30 inches by 35 inches, I would suggest for you to work this whole row. I would say is one cupcake. You're going to repeat that 21 times, so you have 21 rows of cupcakes. And if you were working a standard baby blanket size, which is 40 inches by 45 inches, I would suggest for you to work 27 of these cupcake rows. From here you can use a darning needle to work all the ends in. And there you have it. This is your cupcake stitch. If you enjoyed learning this stitch with me, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below about this tutorial or any other requests that you may have for future tutorials as well. I would love to hear from you, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.